You guys, I got my tea. It's piping hot. Can you see that? It's piping because I'm about to spill all the tea to y'all about just all things wedding, okay? Like, honestly, this is the beginning of the wedding series. So go ahead and get you a little glass of wine, some tea or something. Sit back and let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber B if you're new to my channel, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, okay, we are gonna be getting into just a lot of wedding stuff. If you're new to my channel, I recently got engaged about a couple months ago, and I have embarked or attempted to embark on a journey of wedding planning, which y'all, I don't even have any words. Like, this video is gonna be interesting because I really haven't planned anything out for this video, so everything is just gonna be very raw and real, okay? I'm also gonna be giving you guys who are newly engaged or who are in the process of planning a wedding as well some of the tips that I have learned. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm still learning. I've only been engaged for 4 months now. Wow, it's been 4 months. And I am learning every day, okay? Like, this has been a journey, to say the least, and it's still going. It's still going. I want to kind of talk today about a couple things. First, how to even start planning your wedding and like kind of the do's and don'ts and all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna spill a little tea about what we're doing, kind of give you guys some updates on the wedding planning process, okay? Because it's going. It's going. It's changed so many times, but it's going. Nevertheless, we're here. So my first tip to all of my bride-to-bes or anyone who knows they may get married in the future or so forth is, first of all, if you're newly engaged, take some time to just be engaged and enjoy that moment. I always said I was gonna do this, and I kind of did not do this. I like instantly like start looking for wedding planners and just all things wedding. And at some point I got so overwhelmed during that process where I just had to stop like wedding stuff. I just had to stop. It just became too much, okay? So first and foremost, take a couple weeks or a month, depending how soon you're gonna get married. That's like a whole nother conversation too, because I'm not getting married until 2022. But just take some time to really enjoy being engaged in just a different step in your relationship with your significant other. Like, that's just first and foremost, because at the end of the day, regardless of the wedding and the party that you're about to have or whatever you're about to embark on, it's about you and your partner and your significant other. So take that time. After you have enjoyed your engagement thoroughly, okay? And I mean thoroughly. Like, even take 2 months if you need to, okay? I should have took to the end of the year, to be honest. You need to start thinking about, what can I actually afford? And honestly, y'all, why did nobody tell me out here how expensive weddings are? Like, weddings are ridiculously expensive for no reason, okay? Weddings are so expensive, and I wish someone would have told me like ahead of time. Like, it's just not what you think that it costs, especially if you have particular tastes such as me. I just had an idea in my mind of what a wedding would cost, and it just wasn't realistic, especially for the amount of people that I was thinking about inviting. And that's the next thing. You gotta create a guest list, okay? You gotta create the budget, right? So once you create that number, stick to the number, but also create a guest list that is gonna match that number. And my guest list at first did not match that number, okay? Like, it just didn't. It wasn't feasible, it wasn't realistic. So make sure you create a guest list. Have an A list, have a B list. And it's not that the people on your B list you don't love any less than the people on your A list. It's just that in reality, sometimes you cannot invite everyone, okay? Unless you're balling like that and you can pay for, and you have a lot of people in your life and you wanna invite any and everybody, and you can pay for 500 people or 400 people or whatever, by all means, if you can afford it, do it. But if you're trying to be a little conscious of your money and your coins, because it is only one day, okay? And I refuse to pay $50,000 for one day. I just refuse to do that. I just think that's absurd. I just recommend that you be very conscious of your budget, and also make sure your guest list match that. And the people who love you, who may not be invited, will understand why, okay? So just don't let that deter you from creating a more reasonable and practical guest list. And I'm actually talking to myself too, because y'all, this has been a struggle. Like, I love everybody, all my friends and family and stuff, but I had to make some very hard decisions, okay? And it's still not final. I'm still going through this, okay? So pray for me. The third thing that I have learned so far, and third tip, and I'm actually gonna call this the things that I've learned so far, because these are not like professional tips or anything like that. You don't have to do everything in this order, but these are just kind of like my things that I've learned so far and my personal experience. So that's kind of going to be the title of like what we're running with this video. But the third thing that I've learned so far is to make sure you have some type of tool to help you wrap your mind around just wedding planning in general. Planning an event is one thing, and hosting an event in your home is one thing, but having a wedding is a whole nother beast. And you know, if you don't know the industry and what you're doing, then you can really get like very overwhelmed, and that's kind of what happened to me. I had this whole idea that I was gonna plan every single detail, and I mean every single detail of my wedding. Y'all, how crazy am I? How crazy am I? Not happening. Not saying that I'm gonna hire a planner. That's a whole nother conversation and video for a whole nother day. I'm not hiring a wedding planner. However, I am gonna have to outsource and hire certain people to help me with certain things that I just personally cannot do, okay? The knot.com is what I've been using. It's literally the perfect like planning tool. They have like free tools. All you have to do is sign up, and they have these free tools that you can use to kind of plan out your wedding, your budget, and everything. And you guys, when I tell you this is a lifesaver, it is a lifesaver. You put in the tool when you expect to get married, and then it tells you step by step, literally step by step, what you need to be doing and what you need to have done before the day of your wedding. It's literally like the GOAT. And it has a budget tool too, which, y'all, it makes me cringe just thinking of the cost of a wedding, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I also have some physical planners too. I was gifted this planner by my mother-in-law, and I think this is so cute, and I like physical planners too, so this will be something I'll have like written down for like any dress appointments or any ideas or sketches I want to do, whatever like that. So that's always nice to have a physical planner. And then I have another one that my aunt gave me as well, and this is from the Knot as well. The physical planner is really cool. It gives you, similar to the online planner, detail by detail, like what you should be doing. So like color inspo, and it has like what pairs well with what, which I really, really love that. It's different things like timeline and budget, guest list, invitation, just different little cute little details that you need to know about your wedding. So I definitely love having that physical aspect, but pretty much everything that you need, if you don't like prefer to have a physical aspect, or you just don't want to buy a planner, everything that you need is on the knot.com. Like literally, like it is a game changer. And you can even make your wedding website on the knot.com. So I definitely recommend that. I haven't tried that yet, but I'll let you guys know how that turns out when I do try it. The fourth thing that I've learned so far during this whole wedding planning process is being sure about where you want to get married. And I'm not saying that you need to have like an exact venue in mind in regards to where you want to get married. Honestly, you kind of need to have that in mind somewhat very early, because the venue, there are a lot of things that dictate your wedding, but the guest list, your budget, and the venue are those three top things, in my opinion and from my experience, that dictates how your wedding is gonna play out, and you know, just everything else. So I definitely recommend knowing where you want to have your wedding. When I say that, that means, do you want to have your wedding locally, or do you want to have it at a destination type of place? Y'all, when I tell you, you guys, I am a Capricorn, okay? And I am the most decisive person I know, okay? Like when I know something, I know, I stick to my decision. I'm a very decisive person in general, and I don't really like to change my mind about things, okay? But when I tell you this wedding has made me the most indecisive person, like it drives me up the wall that I have become so indecisive about things. And this is only the beginning. Like, y'all, I don't even know how this is all gonna pan out about just kind of picking things in general. However, I feel like the hard part is out of the way, okay? And luckily, I have made a decision about where I want to have my wedding. For the longest, me and my fiance were going back and forth. Should we go to Mexico and get married, or should we just do it here? And there are a lot of pros and cons to both. But we finally made a decision to just have it here and at least have a little bit more of our family come and enjoy and experience, you know, our union. So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm glad that I'm able to make that decision and stick with it. And the last thing I want to share with you guys that I learned so far is just to really enjoy the wedding planning process. I know I'm only 4 months in, so I guess like I haven't really been through the thick of it yet, but I think I have gotten like the hardest things out of the way. Like for me, it's the wedding list, it's the budget, it's the venue. Like all those things are so hard, and I got all those things out the way, which by the way, if you have not seen a little sneak peek of the venue that we're thinking of, and I'm pretty sure this is the one, check out that video. I'm gonna leave that video up above in the cards and down below in the description box. Check that out. But I feel like once you figure out those three, in my mind, things somewhat go smoothly after that. Somewhat. We'll see. I'm gonna be documenting all of this. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be transparent, because there's not a lot of YouTube videos out there just being transparent and really real and raw about the experience of wedding planning, especially for people who want to DIY some things. I'm gonna be DIYing some things, okay? I'm planning a lot of this wedding, but I'm also outsourcing a lot that I know that I cannot do. Like, I'm not gonna do it all, but I'm gonna be outsourcing, and I'm gonna be sharing all that with you guys. So I hope you guys learned a little bit if you're new to like the journey. And I'm gonna be spilling the tea a little bit more as we get into the wedding series about what my wedding budget is. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys like really, what is your budget? I'll be spilling all that tea later, so stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that bell notification, okay? I'm gonna be going into it all, okay, y'all? We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be transparent and raw with you guys throughout this whole journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit. And yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.